Okay, so if you got your pencil and paper, this is good. We're going to, I want you to write, we're going to think about have two groups of habits. You can cut your page in half and leave a little, maybe cut it in three. Cut your page in three. Horizontal or vertical, it should fit. You're going to write down in the first row, I don't know if it's called row or column, I get mixed up. You write emotion, trigger. Next one is person, trigger. Underneath that, time, trigger. Underneath that, action, trigger. And place, trigger. So we're thinking about, you're going to consider this idea of trigger and habit. The trigger is what I do before. So on the, you can turn your page over, and on the other side of the page, write before I space you can leave that blank, and underneath the before I is then I. So did everyone get on the other side? Emotional trigger, person trigger, a time trigger, action trigger, and place trigger. Just the words written down. We're not filling anything out yet. Great. Okay, so in the on the side of the page where you have three columns, you've got the emotion, person, time. Next row, you're going to write the title of that column or row is good habits, kind of habits you want to keep, or in quotations, good, whatever habit is you want to continue with. You don't have to list them yet. We're just kind of getting the foundation there. And the third column or row, the third line, you can put bad in quotation marks, bad, whatever you deem, but habits that you want to change. So first one is your list of triggers. One is good habits. Third one is bad habits. So then does anybody does that idea of trigger habit make sense to you? Before I do A, then I do B, and A is the trigger, B is the habit. If that makes sense and you have an example, you can share it. And I'll give one.
Yeah.
Go to bed, I brush my teeth. The habit is brushing my teeth. The trigger is a action time trigger. The action being before I go to bed. Yeah, and so we got a time trigger. Mine, the idea of brushing your teeth before, or brushing your teeth before you go to bed, that could be an action trigger. Does anyone have a place trigger, or a person trigger, or an emotion trigger? Or if you have something else and you want to share, that's fine too. So a place trigger is like, so for me right now, I'm trying to get this space turned into my office, and it's just a mess to do my morning direction prayer salute, kind of. And every day I go there, it just comes easier. So going there is my trigger. That's the place for my prayer. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe the other one is just a person trigger. Which you can think about that. I really like the idea of a person can trigger like things that you don't want, but you can also have the support of people to help you with the things that you do want. So my Sam, when I get stuck on the phone, like just on Facebook usually, right? So I've asked him to help me by taking it away from me. So yeah, my son, we have a deal that if I'm on it and I can't get off, he will help me get off. He will take it away from me, literally take it away from me. And that's a deal that we have. So he's a person that's a trigger for, yeah, I guess it's for a bad habit, but it helps to get off. So it's a kind of a good habit too. So yeah, do you guys feel like you got an understanding of those things? And you can spend some time on your own. And the emotion can be the trigger, but it could be the habit too. It's true. So the thing I wanted to get in today was, that's it. That was it. Okay.